Listen to me very carefully. If you have been feeling an unexplainable, crushing exhaustion lately, if you wake up feeling more tired than when you went to sleep, if you find yourself suddenly anxious, irritable, or entirely drained for absolutely no logical reason, do not click away. This is the most critical transmission you will receive this week. Right now, a massive energetic window is opening on Earth, and over the exact next 48 hours, the veil is being lifted. The universe is about to show you, with brutal clarity, exactly who and what is secretly draining your life force. You think you are just stressed. You think you are just working too hard or not sleeping enough. You have been told by a deeply asleep world that your fatigue is perfectly normal. It is not normal. You are a starseed. You carry a frequency of light that is incredibly rare and immensely powerful. And in a world still operating in the dense shadows, a light as bright as yours attracts those who cannot generate their own. You are literally being used as an energetic battery. But this cycle ends now. Over the next 2 days, the cosmic frequencies are shifting in a way that will force the hidden attachments in your life to finally reveal themselves. You will see the undeniable truth about the people around you, the environments you are in, and the invisible cords that are siphoning your energy. Pay close attention to what happens next. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this, but something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. Phase 1. Recognizing the unseen harvest. You must understand, right down to your bones, that the profound exhaustion you carry is not a biological failure. It is a spiritual symptom. For years, you have been walking through this physical reality, giving your energy away freely, believing that your boundless compassion and your deep empathy were your absolute greatest gifts to humanity. And while it is deeply true that your open heart is a beacon of profound healing, there is a dark, hidden side to this dynamic that no one has ever warned you about. The entities, individuals, and massive social systems that operate in lower dimensional frequencies do not know how to connect to the divine source directly. They have entirely forgotten how to pull pure energy from the infinite cosmos. Therefore, to survive, they must find alternative sources. They must find human batteries. And you, my dear starseed, are the brightest, most powerful battery in the room. When you enter a space, your auric field naturally emanates a high vibrational plasma. To the awakened soul, it feels like pure warmth, love, and safety. But to those who are unconsciously living in fear, deep lack, and unresolved trauma, your bright energy is a meal. They instinctively latch onto your field. They drop invisible energetic cords right into your solar plexus, your heart chakra, and your crown. This is exactly why you can have a simple 5-minute conversation with a certain coworker, a family member, or a friend, and walk away feeling as though you have just run a marathon. It is not because the conversation was physically demanding. It is because an active energetic transfer took place. Your vital life force was aggressively siphoned, drained, and consumed, leaving you depleted and empty, while they walk away feeling strangely energized, completely uplifted, and suddenly in a much better mood. What is happening over the next 48 hours is entirely unprecedented. The Arcturian Council and the Galactic Federation are currently beaming highly concentrated gamma light frequencies directly onto the planetary grid. This intense light acts like a cosmic blacklight, illuminating everything that is hidden in the dark. The energetic cords that have been secretly attached to you for years, slowly bleeding you dry, are going to be lit up. The universe is no longer allowing you to stay blind to this harvest. You are going to start noticing immediate, highly physical reactions around certain people. Your stomach might suddenly knot up when a specific person texts your phone. You might feel a sharp, unexplainable pain in your shoulder or the back of your neck when a particular person enters the room. You may experience sudden, heavy brain fog when trying to help someone who constantly plays the victim. Do not ignore these biological signals. Your body is the most advanced sensory instrument in the universe, and right now, it is sounding the alarm. It is telling you exactly who is taking your light without your permission. If you are finally ready to claim back your sovereign energy, declare it to the universe right now. Comment the words, "I am sovereign," down below. Hit the like button to physically seal this intention into the energetic field, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a direct transmission from your star family. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4. 200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. The 9 Hidden Arcturian Codes is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price. Phase 2. Identifying the covert energy vampires hiding in plain sight. When we speak of energetic draining, your human mind immediately searches for obvious villains. You look for the deeply toxic boss, the overtly abusive ex-partner, or the stranger who visibly wishes you harm. But the Arcturian Council needs you to understand a much more insidious truth. The most devastating energetic drains in your life are rarely the people you actively dislike. The most dangerous cords of attachment are almost always connected to the people you love, the people you feel incredibly responsible for, and the people who constantly demand your deep, unwavering compassion. This is the ultimate trap designed specifically for starseeds. Because your heart is so fiercely open and you carry the innate mission to heal this planet, you easily confuse energetic parasitism with love. Over the next 48 hours, the cosmic frequencies will force you to examine the one-sided relationships you have been desperately trying to keep alive. You know exactly who I am talking about. It is the friend who only ever calls you when their life is falling apart, dumping their dense, heavy, unresolved emotional trauma directly into your auric field, only to suddenly disappear the moment they feel better, leaving you exhausted and emotionally wrecked. It is the family member who refuses to take any accountability for their own healing, constantly playing the victim, and silently demanding that you continuously lower your high vibration just to make them feel comfortable in their misery. They do not want your advice, my dear starseed. They do not want to be fixed or healed. They want your light. They want to consume your life force, so they do not have to do the painful, difficult work of generating their own. And here is the most manipulative part of this entire dynamic. They use your own spiritual guilt against you. The moment you attempt to set a boundary, the moment you take a step back to protect your own precious energy, they accuse you of being selfish. They tell you that you are abandoning them. They trigger the deep, ancient wound within your soul that says you must sacrifice yourself to save others. But hear this transmission clearly. Self-sacrifice is an outdated 3D matrix program. It is not your mission. You did not travel across galaxies, incarnate into this incredibly dense physical realm, and undergo a brutal spiritual awakening just to become a permanent energetic feeding ground for those who refuse to wake up. As the gamma light hits the Earth's grid today and tomorrow, the masks of these covert vampires will slip. You will see their sudden anger or intense manipulation when you simply say no. You will feel the heavy, sticky, suffocating nature of their endless demands. You will physically feel the fierce resistance in your own body when you try to force yourself to engage with them. Do not judge yourself for suddenly wanting to completely isolate. That overwhelming urge to pull back, to turn off your phone, and to stay in your own sacred space is not depression. It is your soul's automatic defense mechanism activating. It is your higher self aggressively stepping in to cut the cords before your frequency drops to a critical level. Watch how people react when you withdraw your energy over these next 2 days. Their reaction will tell you exactly what they were truly taking from you. Phase 3. Disconnecting from the collective matrix harvest. While you are now vigilantly watching the individuals in your immediate circle, you must also awaken to a much larger, far more sophisticated system of energetic extraction. The individuals draining your light are often doing so unconsciously, driven blindly by their own unhealed trauma and deep lack. But there is a deliberate, highly orchestrated grid of energy harvesting currently operating on this planet, and it is specifically designed to target the massive, transformative light you carry. We are speaking of the artificial digital matrix, the relentless 24-hour cycle of global fear, the algorithms of outrage, and the dense collective grids that constantly blanket the earthly plane. You must realize that you are not just a human looking at a screen. You are a multidimensional antenna, a powerful conduit of cosmic energy. Every single time you scroll through endless feeds of tragedy, every time you engage with the deliberate polarity, anger, and deep division engineered by the mainstream narratives, you are not merely consuming information. You are actively feeding your precious life force directly into a synthetic matrix that requires your fear, your anger, and your sadness to sustain its own decaying existence. The dark, hidden structures governing this 3D reality are currently terrified. They know their time is rapidly ending. They know the Arcturian frequencies and the incoming solar light are completely dissolving their control. Therefore, their attempts to trigger you, to pull you out of your heart center and violently plunge you back into a primal, low-vibrational survival mode, are becoming increasingly desperate, loud, and aggressive. Over the next 48 hours, pay strict attention to how the external world desperately tries to capture and hold your focus. Notice the manufactured emergencies. Notice the sudden heaviness in your chest when you absorb the collective anxiety of the deeply asleep masses. As a chosen one, your empathy is so incredibly vast that you often mistake the world's dense pain for your own. You absorb the collective terror, the societal outrage, and the global panic, falsely believing that feeling this intense pain is somehow helping humanity heal. It is not. It is neutralizing your power. When you are drowning in low vibrational despair, you absolutely cannot anchor the high-frequency light codes required to actually shift the planetary timeline. You become disconnected from your galactic mission and perfectly useful to the Matrix harvest. This is your urgent mandate for the exact next 2 days. You must practice radical energetic quarantine. Disconnect from the endless scrolling. Turn off the manufactured panic. Stop allowing synthetic digital cords to attach to your third eye and your heart chakra. When you pull your attention away from the matrix, you starve the old reality. You immediately reclaim massive amounts of plasma energy that was previously bleeding out into the digital ether. You are not here to save the old, dying world by suffering alongside it. You are here to build the new Earth. Phase 4. The nighttime harvest and the hidden battle in the astral realm. Have you ever gone to sleep feeling physically fine, only to wake up the next morning feeling entirely decimated? Your body aches, your mind is heavy with a thick, unexplainable fog, and you feel a profound, heavy sense of dread in your chest before your feet even touch the floor. You brush this off as a poor night of sleep, perhaps blaming your mattress, your diet, or a stressful dream. But as a starseed, you must look much deeper than the 3D illusions. The Arcturian Council wishes to reveal a critical truth about your sleep cycle. When your physical body rests, your consciousness does not simply power down. It expands. It travels into the astral realms. And right now, as the planetary frequency shifts, the lower astral planes are highly active, desperately seeking the exact high vibrational light you naturally emit. While you are sleeping, your conscious mind, the active guardian of your waking boundaries, is temporarily offline. For the unprepared starseed, this leaves your energetic field completely wide open and deeply vulnerable. Entities, lower dimensional thought forms, and the wandering energetic bodies of deeply unhealed people in your life can easily latch onto your unprotected aura. They attach to your field in the astral realm, and begin to actively siphon your life force, while your physical body lies defenseless in bed. This is exactly why you wake up feeling like you have been in a literal physical fight. On a multidimensional level, you actually have been. You have been unconsciously serving as an energetic donor throughout the entire night. This hidden nighttime harvest is one of the absolute primary reasons so many chosen ones currently struggle with chronic fatigue and deep morning anxiety. Do not ignore the sudden night sweats, the pattern of waking up at exactly 3 a.m. with a racing heart, or the intense, hyper-realistic dreams that leave you feeling emotionally wrecked. These are not biological glitches or simple stress. They are urgent spiritual alerts. Your higher self is actively trying to wake you up in the middle of the harvest to consciously cut the cord. You are doing the heavy, energetic lifting for the collective unconscious while you are supposed to be regenerating your own sacred vessel. But you are not a cosmic victim, and you do not have to endure this unseen invasion any longer. You must begin to treat your sleep as a sacred, highly protected spiritual practice. Tonight, before you close your eyes, you must consciously command your sovereign space. You must loudly declare to the universe that your physical and astral bodies are strictly off-limits to any entity, energy, or person that does not resonate with pure, divine love. You must visualize a thick, impenetrable shield of Arcturian blue light completely encasing your room. The time for being an unconscious battery is permanently over. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. The 9 Hidden Arcturian Codes is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Phase 5. The Biological Alarm System and Decoding Your Physical Symptoms. As we navigate this massive 48-hour energetic window, the Arcturian Council urges you to completely shift how you view your own physical body. You have been heavily conditioned by the 3D medical matrix to view your vessel as a simple mechanical machine that just occasionally breaks down or gets tired. But you are a starseed. Your physical vessel is actually a highly sophisticated, multi-dimensional receiver, and right now, its internal biological alarm system is ringing with absolute urgency. The deep exhaustion you feel is not merely the absence of energy. It is the active, heavy presence of an invasive frequency. Over the next 2 days, you must become incredibly observant of the physical sensations that arise when you interact with the world. When someone is secretly draining your energy, your body knows it instantly, long before your logical human mind can process the manipulation. Pay close attention to your solar plexus, the vital energy center located just above your stomach. This is the very seat of your personal power. When a covert vampire attaches an unseen cord to you, you will often feel a sudden, sharp drop in your stomach, a hollow, uncomfortable ache, or completely unexplained nausea. Do not dismiss this as normal anxiety. This is your body physically registering the exact moment your precious life force is being siphoned away. Next, deeply observe your throat chakra. Do you suddenly feel a thick lump in your throat, a restricting tightness, or a sudden, frustrating inability to speak your authentic truth when a certain person enters your space? This physical restriction is not a coincidence. It is a direct spiritual attack. It is an energetic attempt to silence your starseed frequency, because your spoken truth is a massive, blinding threat to their lower dimensional illusions. They drain your energy by forcing you to suppress your own voice, making you literally swallow your own light just to keep them comfortable and pacified. Furthermore, you may experience sudden, intense pressure at the back of your neck or at the very base of your skull. The old sleeping matrix will tell you this is just simple muscle tension or poor posture. The Arcturian transmission reveals that this is the exact energetic entry point where lower astral entities and parasitic thought forms attempt to attach and secretly rewrite your neural pathways with deep fear and crippling doubt. When you feel this heavy, unnatural pressure, it is a direct, undeniable sign that your outer aura has been breached. Your physical body is literally screaming at you to pay attention. Every sudden ache, every wave of unexpected dizziness, every moment of heavy brain fog after a specific interaction is irrefutable proof of an energetic harvest. Do not merely medicate the physical symptom while completely ignoring the underlying spiritual cause. For the exact next 48 hours, treat every sudden physical discomfort not as a random illness, but as absolutely crucial cosmic data. When the symptom arises, do not panic. Instead, pause immediately. Place your hands over the affected area and loudly command your energy to return to you. You must recognize these physical alerts for what they truly are. Your higher self vigorously shaking you awake, demanding that you finally close the energetic leaks. You are far too powerful to be living with these silent, continuous drains. The biological alarm is sounding loudly right now. Will you finally choose to listen? Phase 6, the conscious severing of cords and the immediate reclamation of your stolen power. Now that the cosmic blacklight has illuminated the exact sources of your intense exhaustion, identifying both the covert individuals in your daily life and the massive digital matrix systems feeding upon you, awareness alone is simply no longer enough. The Arcturian Council emphasizes that observation without deliberate action will only lead to further depletion. You are now entering the critical phase of active energetic surgery. Over the exact next 48 hours, you must ruthlessly and unapologetically cut the invisible attachments that have been slowly bleeding your life force dry. This is not a time for hesitation, guilt, or misplaced human compassion. Your spiritual survival and the success of your sacred mission depend entirely on your absolute willingness to defend your sovereign light. Many starseeds fall into the dangerous trap of believing that cutting cords is a harsh, unloving act. They worry that by disconnecting from a struggling family member or a deeply toxic friend, they are somehow failing in their spiritual duty to heal the world. Let this transmission completely shatter that devastating illusion right now. You cannot heal anyone by allowing them to consume you. When you permit an energy vampire to feed off your light, you are actually enabling their profound spiritual sickness. You are preventing them from ever learning how to connect directly to the divine source themselves. Cutting the cord is not an act of cruelty. It is the ultimate act of high-frequency tough love. It forces the lower dimensional entity or person to finally face their own deep darkness, rather than continuously numbing it with your stolen plasma energy. The physical act of severing these cords must be done with unwavering authority. Do not simply ask the universe to protect you. Command your space as the multidimensional master you truly are. Close your eyes and vividly visualize your entire auric field. See the heavy, dark, sticky cords attached to your solar plexus, your heart, and your crown. These cords are the exact pipes through which your energy is currently flowing out into the matrix. Now visualize a brilliantly sharp sword of pure, blazing Arcturian blue light manifesting in your dominant hand. With a single, fierce, and completely unapologetic strike, visualize yourself slicing through every single cord connected to your body. As you swing this sword of light, you must speak the command aloud. I instantly sever all energetic attachments, known and unknown, that do not serve my highest sovereign light. I call all of my power back to me right now. Feel the immediate, rushing sensation as the heavy attachments fall away from your physical vessel. You will likely feel a sudden deep breath naturally enter your lungs, a physical lightness in your chest, and a profound, crystalline clarity returning to your mind. But you must remain deeply vigilant. The entities and individuals who are feeding on you will instantly feel this sudden disconnection. They will almost immediately try to reach out. They will text you out of nowhere, create a sudden dramatic crisis, or attempt to aggressively guilt-trip you in a desperate attempt to reattach the cord. Do not fall for the bait. Maintain absolute silence. Hold your boundary with terrifying stillness. For the remainder of these 48 hours, your only job is to fiercely protect the perimeter of your newly cleansed energy field. Let the old attachments starve. Your beautiful, radiant light belongs to you and your divine cosmic mission alone. Phase 7. anchoring the new frequency and stepping fully into your absolute cosmic authority. The very moment you sever those final, heavy cords of attachment, you are going to experience something that might initially frighten your conditioned human mind, a profound, echoing emptiness. For so many years, your energetic field has been incredibly crowded. It has been overflowing with the loud, chaotic static of other people's unresolved trauma, their endless demands, and the dense emotional baggage of the collective matrix. You have been carrying the sheer weight of the sleeping world for so long that the sudden, complete absence of that heavy burden might feel incredibly strange. But hear this Arcturian truth clearly. Do not mistake this sudden, peaceful stillness for loneliness. Do not let the quiet trick you into reaching back out to the very energy vampires you just forcefully disconnected from. This pristine, echoing space within your newly cleansed auric field is exactly what your soul has been fighting for. It is not a sad, empty void. It is a meticulously cleared cosmic landing pad. It is the sacred, purified space absolutely required for your highest galactic codes to finally anchor directly into your physical vessel. The Arcturian Council is watching this specific 48-hour window with profound reverence. As you and thousands of other starseeds across the globe simultaneously cut these parasitic cords and aggressively reclaim your stolen light, a massive, undeniable shockwave of pure, sovereign plasma energy is currently rippling across the Earth's grid. The dark, artificial matrix is finally starving, but the organic grid of light is expanding exponentially because of your bravery. You are no longer acting as a disposable battery for a dying, low-frequency world. You are now stepping into your true, pre-incarnation role, a fully activated, fiercely sovereign pillar of cosmic light. But here's the final, most crucial warning of this entire transmission. The universal law states that nature absolutely abhors a vacuum. Now that you have forcefully evicted the parasitic attachments from your sacred energy field, you must intentionally and immediately fill that newly cleared space with your own pure, high-dimensional frequency. If you leave your field completely empty and unguided, the old 3D programming and the hovering astral entities will instinctively attempt to rush back in to reclaim their lost territory. You must consciously lock your energy field at a vibration so intensely high, so purely aligned with divine love, that lower frequencies literally burn up and bounce off your outer aura the second they try to approach you. When you walk into a room from this day forward, you will no longer absorb the dense, heavy panic of the sleeping masses. Instead, your mere presence will effortlessly neutralize it. Your heart chakra, once an open, bleeding wound for covert vampires, is now a highly guarded, impenetrable fortress of divine light. The brutal exhaustion is permanently over. The days of acting as a spiritual donor for those who refuse to heal themselves are finished. As this 48-hour window closes, you will feel a massive surge of returning vitality, a crystalline mental clarity, and a fierce, undeniable knowing of exactly what your mission requires next. Stand tall in your newly reclaimed light, Starseed. Do not ever shrink yourself again. CTA do ebook, fixa. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. The 9 Hidden Arcturian Codes is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price.